Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the morning stretch break on this rainy and cold Tuesday. I almost said Thursday. It is Tuesday. My name is Jazzy, health fitness specialist at Access at Autodesk, and we're going to go ahead and get started with our stretch break. So, if you do have anything in particular you would like us to focus on today, just let me know by dropping that in the chat box and I'll throw that into the mix. But we are going to start off today. You can do this either seated or standing, but we're going to do a little bit of a neck stretch first. So I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to place it in between my shoulder blades here. So we're placing that hand in the middle of our back. And from here, we're going to kind of gaze down to our right side. So if my left arm is behind my back, gazing towards the right, I'm going to place my right hand on top of my head here. And we're not going to pull our head down with that top hand. We're just going to let that top hand rest there. And we should start to feel the stretch all the way down the side of our neck. Kind of going into our traps a little bit, a little sternocleidomastoid there. Stretching out all the muscles on the side of our neck. You might feel a little bit of a stretch in your shoulder as well, so we're getting a little bit of a double whammy here, which is always nice. But we want to make sure that we are still breathing into any tension we may have. We want to make sure our core is still engaged, our back is still flat. We don't want to be flaring anything in our back today. And we're doing one more big inhale. And a nice long, slow exhale. I'm going to slowly release the tension from our hand and drop our left hand back to our side. Shake out your arms a little bit if you need to. And we're going to go ahead and move on to the other side. So this time, taking my right hand, placing it in between my shoulder blades here on my back. And I'm going to gaze down towards my left side. And I'm going to place my left hand on top of my head and gently just let that pressure of the hand just resting it on our head here. Very nice, big, deep inhales. Nice, long, slow exhales. Feeling the stretch in the side of our neck here. So gazing down towards our armpit here. Breathing nice and deep. We should feel a slight stretch in our shoulder. The main part of the stretch is going to be in the side of our neck here. And we're going to do one more big inhale. And a nice, long, slow exhale. We're going to gently release our hand from our head and put both our hands to our sides, and we can shake it out a little bit and maybe do a shoulder roll if we need to. Kind of that other arm behind our back is a little tight. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to open up our chest a little bit more. So we're going to take our hands, interlace our knuckles behind our back, and we're going to push those knuckles into the ground. So we're pushing into the ground, our chest is coming up, and we want to gaze up towards the ceiling. So we should be feeling this all through our chest here, opening up and down through the shoulders. So this is a nice thing to do to counteract what our normal body position is like during the majority of the day. Now, it's really hard sometimes to have good posture when we're on the computer, so this is a nice way to kind of balance that out, make sure our chest isn't getting too tight. And on the next exhale, we're going to go ahead and go into a forward fold, keeping those fingers interlaced. So our hands are still together, getting a little bit of an extra stretch through the chest here. Starting to get a little bit of a hamstring stretch going. Nice big deep breaths, you guys. Really breathing into any tightness we have here. And on the next exhale, letting those hands slowly fall to the ground. And we're just gonna let our head, neck, and shoulders are gonna hang here for a second. So if you need to grab your elbows, you can do that if your hands are touching the ground. And with each exhale, we're going to really relax further and further into the ground with our head, neck, and really getting really heavy with each exhale. Breathing into the nose and exhaling through the mouth here. And on our next exhale, we're going to make our way onto our hands and our knees, making our way to the ground. And from here, we want to make sure our hands are directly below the shoulders, knees below the hips. And what we're going to do is we're going to stretch out our upper back a little bit. So we're going to take one hand, so I'm going to start with my right hand. I'm going to thread it through in between my right arm and my right leg. And we're going to push our palm into the ground and pull away with our upper back. So we should feel the stretch right under our shoulder blade of the arm that is on the ground. Nice big deep inhales into the chest, really feeling that back open up here. If you would like an extra chest stretch, you can take that right hand and loop it across your back and tuck in that hand into the crease of your hip on the other side. The key here is to make sure that our hips are still pointed forward, but we're just rotating through the upper back. So we're opening up the back, opening up the chest here. Awesome job, everyone. We're going to go ahead and do one more big inhale. And a nice long, slow exhale. We're going to plant that left hand back on the ground and bring our right hand under our right shoulder. And now we're going to go ahead and switch to the other side. So I use my right hand first, and I'm going to do my left hand. Take my left hand, reaching through in between my right arm and my right leg, pushing my hand into the ground, the back of my hand, pulling away with my upper back. So feeling that stretch really right under where our shoulder blade is. Nice, big, deep breaths into the chest. Really feeling our upper back expand with each inhale. And again, if you need, if you want an extra little chest opener, take that right hand, loop it across your back, and tuck it into our hips here. Really relaxing here with each exhale. And we're going to do one more big inhale and a nice long, slow exhale. And we're going to plant that right hand on the ground and place our left hand back under our left shoulder. And the last thing we're going to do today, we're going to take our knees a little bit wider. And we're going to drop our glutes towards our heels and walk our hands forward for a nice child's pose. So we're going to get nice and relaxed here. Making sure we're taking nice, deep inhales into the belly. And nice, long, slow exhales through the mouth. So we're breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. We're going to breathe into the belly, really feeling our hips expand with each inhale. And really feel those hips relax with each exhale. So we should feel our body slightly sink into this pose a little bit more with each exhale. And we're going to go ahead here and do one more big inhale and a nice, long, slow exhale. And we're going to return back to our hands and our knees. And you can make your way to either seated or standing, however you would like to end the stretch break. But that is going to be all we have time for this morning. Thank you, everyone, for coming. I hope that was a nice little refresh in the morning to help you get a little bit, maybe de-stress if you had a stressful morning or, match the weather that's outside 'cause it is really, really cold out there. But don't forget, we do have another stretch break today at 2:30. And then tomorrow we have Workout Wednesday with Luis at 12, as well as a stretch break at 3 p.m. tomorrow. And later on today, we have Luis's class, Abs and Core, at 4:30. So definitely check that out. And don't forget, we have our holiday step challenge. Registration opened yesterday. Super stoked for that. I'm loving all of the puns that we're seeing there. So don't forget to sign up for that on our SharePoint site. And I look forward to seeing you all later today at the 2:30 stretch break.
Thank you.